Hello everyone, this is Zibo and welcome to today's video. So have you guys ever wondered why some people out there are just so lucky that they can summon the desired hero as well as the EX weapon within like 10, 20 or even 30 pulls, while you yourself probably took about 100 plus summon just to get the hero itself. And there are some people facing a drought in terms of summoning, only getting a white box maybe every 80 to 100 pulls. So these are all probabilities within the game, and other than summoning for heroes as well as equipment, other probabilities include the stats option on your equipment, because some people just seem to always get the perfect stats as well as the best possible stats on their equipment, while you yourself might be suffering to get the desired stat that you want on your own equipment. So in today's video, we're gonna answer the Guardian Tales probability Q&A that was actually posted on the Guardian Tales KR server website just a few days back. So I actually missed this article until I revisited the news page to take a look at all the different articles, and I realized they actually posted this and I think it's really meaningful, so I'm here to share it with you guys. And without further ado, let us move on to the Q&A section. Let's go. So moving forward to the first question, we will look at what is the probability of summoning for heroes and equipment and how you can check them. So this is more towards people who just joined the game or have been playing the game for quite a while but do not know about the summon rate up button within your summoning banner. So within the summoning option, you can actually check on the percentages of drop rate for your heroes as well as equipment within the summon rate button. So I'll include some of the animations on screen so you guys can see where to click this summon rate thing. So within this summon rate thing, you can actually see what are the percentages of getting the heroes or the equipments that you want. So if I do remember correctly, right, the percentages for unique hero is about 2.75%. So if there is banner exclusive, then the banner exclusive will have 1.375% and the other uniques will have a 1.375%. So the total for unique will always stay at 2.75%, and for common I think it's about 78% plus, and for the rare, right, I think it's about 19%. So the exact numbers I'm not very sure. I'll just include it on the screen somewhere on the right hand side so you guys can actually see for yourself. So these numbers can actually be checked by clicking on the summon rate, so I shall not touch on it too much. And the next question, what is the probability of the epic as well as the legend only equipment box? So this epic and legend only equipment box refers to the equipment box within the Amazon page where you use your magic metal to actually exchange it. So epic and legend only equipment box probability are all set to the same probability, so meaning the number of exclusive weapon, right, will actually affect the probability of you getting a specific one. So for example, there is actually 26 epic only equipment right now in the game, so the probability of you getting the desired epic equipment is 3.846%. so that's what they mean. So in this case, it's much easier to get your desired legend only accessory or legend only equipment, because I think there are lesser legend equipments right now as compared to epic equipments. So if you're farming for a certain legend equipment to equip on your rare heroes, then it will be much easier compared to the epic one. And let us move on to the next question, which is the probability of the random equipment. So the random equipment refers to the random equipment drop on the 7th as well as the 21st day of the daily attendance check. So right here they mention a 99% for general equipment appearance and a 1% for exclusive equipment appearance. So exclusive equipment appearance refers to the exclusive weapons for your hero. So for 4-star you have 1% chance, and for 5-star you also have a 1% chance. However, in general and exclusive weapon, the same probability applies regardless of the rarity. So what this means is that the legend exclusive equipment as well as the epic exclusive equipment has the same percent, which is just 1% drop rate. So yep, doesn't mean that the epic exclusive weapon is much harder to get for this equipment drop. And this random equipment will be changed to mystery equipment through the to April 22nd update, right, on which has already been dropped. So I myself didn't really see much of a change, but yeah, just take note that it exists. And the next question is with regards to the probability of random evolution. So random evolution is when you pile multiple copies of equipment of the same star together to random evolve within the upgrade of the equipment. So over here, at 4-star random evolution, you have a 98% chance for general equipment appearance and a 2% chance for exclusive equipment appearance. So from this point onwards, right, when I talk about exclusive equipment appearance, it's referring to the exclusive weapon, the one with a circular tag on top of the equipment that is special or exclusive to a certain hero itself. So basically your exclusive weapon itself. And for the 5-star random evolution, we have a 95% of a general equipment appearing and a 5% chance for exclusive equipment appearing. So this makes a lot of sense because a lot of the epic equipments, right, the epic exclusive equipments, they're all in the 5-star category. So I think having it at a higher chance means you have a slightly better chance of getting them if you random evolve your equipment from 4-star to 5-star. And yeah, so this one, right, applies to all equipment regardless of rarity. So this means that if we are looking at the legend exclusive weapon compared to the epic exclusive weapon, they have the same probability. So if you compare Libera and Liberator, they are actually the same. So it's 5% at 5-star random evolution. And the acquisition probability of a 5-star ice cream ring and a 5-star sharpshooter is the same. So ice cream ring being a non-exclusive equipment is actually considered the general equipment appearance because it's not exclusive to a certain hero, as well as sharpshooter, so they have a same probability of 95%, although there's a lot of equipment in this category. So ice cream ring probably has a much lower chance of appearing. And in the case of random evolution, there's a difference in the probability of obtaining general and exclusive equipment for some drivers. So yeah, this part I don't really get it. So I guess it's just saying that there is a difference in probability in obtaining like different stuff, right? So I don't know whether this one is redundant. This could be because of some translation error, I'm not very sure, but yeah, I feel that this statement is kind of redundant. Just ignore it, right? And yeah, so since they gave some opinions, so on the KR side, it will be changed to Mystery Evolution on the 22nd April. So I'll do the update on the translated changes on the KR server in my next video. And the next question is the probability of changing equipment options. So I feel that this is the most important question for most people because most of the players who have been playing the game for quite a while, they might be really keen to redo the endgame contemps. And for endgame contemps, you want the best stats possible for your equipment. So yeah, you need to know the percentages of rolling for the sub options for your different equipments. So they actually talk about it and they gave 2 different equipment to basically compare. So for the Ice Queen ring, right, we have a 33.33% across the board on the number of sub options that you can get. So you have an equal chance, basically 1/3 chance of getting either 1 sub option, 2 sub options, or 3 sub options. But for the pledge mirror earrings, which are your mirror accessories, you have a 10% chance of getting just 1 sub option. So I think this is to prevent you on super low rolling by decreasing the chance to 10%. Then you have an equal 30% chance of getting either 2 options, 3 options, or 4 options. So that means, right, you are really unlucky if you are just constantly getting 2 options, because you actually have an equal chance across the board to get at least 3 or 4 different options. So with regards to the types of option, as in the percentages you can get, it's actually below, so I'll go through it in a bit. And other than that, they also changed the description. So for the mirror accessory, change grant up to 4 random stats to grant 1 to 4 stats. So this makes a lot of sense because you either get 1 stats, 2 stats, 3 stats, or 4 stats. So you are not always getting the 4 random stats. And for Rivera, change from give up to 1 random stat to 0 or 1 random stat given. So yep, very simple, right? So it's either 1 random step or no random stat. And moving forward, they actually talked about the different percentages on the different stats for the Ice Queen ring in terms of sub option. So you have an equal chance to get all 3 different stats, because for Ice Queen ring, I think you only have 3 different sub options, unlike the mirror accessories. So you have a 33.33% chance across the board to get all these different options. However, the range of this option, right, it's not explained within this article. They didn't really tell you, okay, what's the percentages of getting 0%, what's the percentages of getting 2%, 3%. So they didn't really talk about it. And I believe that one is highly random. I don't think there's a fixed percentages to that. because some people are just so lucky that they're getting the max percentages on all these different stats on their accessories, so which is very, very crazy. And the next one is the probability for the mirror accessories. So for health all the way to weapon skill regen speed, you have a 13.79% of getting all these stats. And then for the much weaker stats, which are the recover HP on enemy kill, increase shield at the start of battle, and resilience. So I believe resilience is heal because there's a heal option on your mirror accessory, but it's not reflected here. You have a 10.34% chance of getting it. So this part, maybe I shall talk about it. So in this case, what this means is that, let's say if you get like, you know, really unlucky, you hit the 10% chance of getting one sub option, you have a 13.79% chance to get all these options, and you have a 10.434% to get all these options. And if you are, you know, super duper lucky, you hit the 30% to get the 4 different probabilities, you have all these percentages to get 4 different stats. So it's not really fixed, right? It's totally random. That's the highly probability, or rather that's the high variance within the mirror options, which I talked about in my equipment video earlier. And yep, let us move on to the next question. So what is the probability of items appearing in the heaven hole? So over here they actually have the floating shot probability. So I'll actually put it up on the screen right here, somewhere on the right hand side, so you guys can actually see. And they basically talked about the different stuff that you can actually encounter and not encounter. So I'll leave the probability on the screen for a bit for you guys to refer before moving on. So the next question is the probability of manufacturing goods. So the probability of your manufacturing goods, in case you guys don't know, is actually reflected within the game itself, similar to the summoning of banner. You guys can actually revisit it, as well as the different Excel sheet. I'll actually link Lule's Excel sheet for the crafting of all these world exploration merchandises, so you guys can go refer it to yourself, so I shall not talk too much about this one. And is there a probability of fluctuation that is adversely applied to Guardian Tales and it is arbitrarily changed? So all the odds are actually fixed, so there are no probability fluctuation within the game. So if you are really, really unlucky, I guess it's just the RNGs not blessing you, and not really because your stats for the summoning as well as your weapon roll being manipulated by the game, because there are a season of drought and a season of, you know, really lucky times for me. And I think I've played the game long enough to actually say that I think the percentages are roughly as stated in the game, because I did so many different summons across all the different accounts. And can the odds be applied separately for each account? So all odds in the game are set by the game itself and not the account. So sometimes some people might say my account is rigged, my account is really, really unlucky. So all these percentages are actually set separately for each account. So if you think that the RNGs is not blessing your current account, then I guess you can actually reroll to see whether or not RNGs will bless for your other accounts in terms of summoning, equipment rerolls, or just in general the different RNG factors within the game. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully this piece of information is useful for you guys, and do remember to click a like and subscribe to this channel in order to see more videos from this channel. And I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.